U.S. lawmakers are now seeking access to classified documents found at former Vice President Mike Pence's home to find out if any intelligence has been compromised.
They're also requesting to go through materials found at President Joe Biden's home and at former President Donald Trump's residence last year. Benji Haya has the latest on this from the White House.
Senators and representatives alike have reacted with swift and bipartisan anger and confusion following these revelations, insisting they themselves need to see what documents Trump, Biden and Pence were holding. One Democrat congressman from Joe Biden's own party on Thursday called for legislation requiring former federal elected officials to certify in writing, he says, that they had no classified documents in their possession within a month of leaving office. The papers found in Mike Pence's home included background briefing notes and memos for his foreign trips. After days of pressure on the White House over the president's mishandling of files, that news will be a welcome distraction for the administration. But it still leaves Mr. Biden on the defensive.
Does it help that Pence, a potential rival, actually is in the same boat? It does. Biden can say, well, look, it wasn't just me. But Biden also has to remember when Trump made hay of Hillary Clinton's spoilage from the servers that were in her private residence. It resonated. And it didn't just resonate inside the Beltway. Yes, it was fodder for the Republicans to attack, but it also resonated outside the Beltway. And that's where the voters are. And that's the problem that President Biden has to overcome.
It doesn't help the president's cause, though, that the members of the Senate Intelligence Committee say the administration is, in their words, stonewalling them over the matter. Now, the president's team says that he takes the treatment of classified material seriously and is fully cooperating with the investigation now led by a special counsel. The same cannot necessarily be said for his predecessor. Donald Trump is facing accusations of obstructing justice after failing to return all of the top secret files in his possession, prompting that FBI raid on his Mar-a-Lago residence. But the fact that 3 recent office holders to very varying degrees have committed this infraction raises questions about how this has happened in repeated instances. Is reform needed to ease the chaos of transitions between administrations during which such documents are transported? Or is there an inherent problem with the classification process itself?
It's always a balance, and you're always trying to meet that balance about whether things are classified appropriately. And the intelligence community works at this. Obviously, we work at this. I wouldn't go so far as to slap a Band-Aid on it and say, yeah, everything's overclassified. But it's a balance that we try to strike to make sure that everything is appropriately marked and appropriately handled. But you know, it varies from document to document and from issue to issue.
That may not be enough to reassure the chairman of that Senate Intelligence Committee. He says we've got a broken system and we've got to fix it. Benji Haya, CNA in Washington, D.C.